Alright, now the process of loading shit. First phase is done. Let's fire this map up. There's a church building inside in this map. I can easily finish up the chapter of the International Holy Bible on. Hold on. Where is it? Joshua, here it is. I'll be continuing Joshua. I don't remember the exact spot where I last read at, so I'm going to continue on a spot on number 16 since I can't remember the exact spot where I last left. On Joshua 15 verses 51 on page 128. I honestly don't remember where I last read at, so there's that. 10,000 years later, it's still loading. The hula 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 lua girls from Hawaii dancing while the loading screen is still loading 10,000 years later. And all this random shit that I said I bought them just to wait for the shit to be loaded. Can't get off a printer. Three. Get off the printer, cat. I you want attention, but there's no need to get on the printer. If you notice now on this is a World War II era Berlin, Germany theme of this map. It's exactly what it is. It's from the server it was based on. What the difference is I just use it privately for shits and giggles. I don't give a flying fuck what this theme is. I just do it for shits and giggles at this point. Check out the Black Forest on this map. I can do like a fucking Slenderman like thing going on this like Black Forest going on right here. And maybe I said Black Forest because in Germany there's a forest called Black Forest. Really, cat? You gotta go out my face like that? Come on now. I love it too. And turn the curtains. And then curtains. Remove my laptop. Alright, what part of map I am right now? V-clip here and right here. This is not bad. Alright. Looking like a normal house. This is more likely a diner room, kitchen spot, living room. I'm not sure what is a proper term for this room. Cat? I was about to say, get your foot away from the fucking keyboard of a laptop. I'm gonna use it. Ah, it's a farm. It's basically a farmhouse. Modern day Germany, they're growing marijuana in Germany. You can see now, a field crop right here. Now, why can't I go up? Don't be clip what's up here. I think the stairs on this spot is buggy. Check my health. Still 100. Alright. Alright, I gotta walk my way directly to the church. And finish off the chapter of the International Bible. After that, then I might just fuck around the map. Hopefully the map will not crash. Alright. Government building, government building. Next to each other. This is like a secret office thing, I'm guessing. This is official government building right here. I guess I gotta do a side thing before I go to mainly, because there's like a hospital down there, and not too far from the hospital is the church right here. There it is. That's where I'll be reading the ending of one of the chapters of the International Holy Bible. I'll be reading in that church. I just might as well just go in there for shits and giggles, because there's one that remind me exact like that scene on fucking Wolfenstein on one of the new ones. It's a right here. This reminds me of like if you play Wolfenstein, one of the new ones, and this is like Wolfenstein after the 2009 one. You continue into like the new Wolfenstein series, so where to continue right off, because all the modern Wolfenstein we're continuing off from the transitioning of like from early Wolfenstein games all the way to like through shit. I had to pull out my phone, because if I pull on my computer on this thing, it would crash. Okay. There's one thing I noticed about Steam. They took away the 2009 Wolfenstein, which is sad, really, because it has a lore. Yeah, it started like started as like the first Wolfenstein was 3D like an old early like 80s 90s game known as Wolfenstein 3D. later on to Wolfenstein enemy territory to return to Castle Wolfenstein. After that, there's one Wolfenstein that Steam took away, and including like PlayStation and Xbox took away. But here's the thing: Xbox still supports the game in the 360, and the PlayStation has it in the PS3. Because the PC version, that shit is hard to find. Because the PC version of Wolfenstein, because the Wolfenstein that came out in 2009 is literally the bridge comes to lore. The gameplay may be Call of Duty-ish from personal experience, but the lore in the 2009 Wolfenstein contains the mix of the previous Wolfensteins that carried into the modern ones into Wolfenstein New Order. Wolfenstein New Order took some lore from Wolfenstein 2009 that later carry on to that which expanded to Wolfenstein the Old Blood, contains good bits of chunks mixed between Return to Wolfenstein, I think, or Wolfenstein Territory, with Wolfenstein 2009 version. The 2009 has the zombies in there a bit, but not entirely, because Wolfenstein 2009 has this floaty creatures with like plasma beams and shit. Speaking of which, the best way to describe where is that button at? I still have it. Where is it? It's under here. It is. We see it says Wolfenstein 2009. This came from Wolfenstein 2009. It is a weapon from a game that contains a lore bridge between the older Wolfensteins and that carry on to the new one. There's one thing that's definitely lacking, so it disintegrates any living being. It's fucking OP. But yeah, it's sad to see that they took away the 2009, because the lore in it literally contained that carried into the both Old Blood and New Order. Because if you count the technology in game of Wolfenstein 2009, because if you look at it like if you look at New Order and I know fucking Old Blood doesn't contain lasers, but the New Order does. The New Order carried out Death said carry out his laser technology more than the lore of like in game it says, because if you're paying attention, if you actually previously played before New Order came out, 2009 contained like lasers, and this was basically closest to a laser. It was a plasma cannon charge beam of laser plasma that carried into the modern ones with a different look, with a different combination of technology. It transitioned lore-wise. It's also been transitioned into the new games. That'd be awesome if like somebody bring this like factor up and bring back Wolfenstein 2009 back into the game, because the lore it contains did carry on into the both New Order and Old Blood. They carry on to the newer Wolfenstein games, because this is from the reason I mention this, because it's literally from personal experience. I actually played a game, and it did contain pieces that carry into the both Old Blood and New Order. Well, besides the Wolfenstein shit, let's carry on to finish off the chapter of the International Holy Bible, to finish up one of the chapters before I get back to the Apocrypha and continue reading one of the chapters of that. Anyways, back to continuation of the International Holy Bible. I'll be continuing to read on the allotment for Ephraim and Manasseh on Joshua 15 verses 51 on page 128. The allotment for Joseph began at the Jordan of Jericho, east of the waters of Jericho, and went up from there through the desert into the hill country of Bethel. It went on from Bethel, that is Luz, crossed over to the territory of the Archites. In Atoroth, descended westward to the territory of the Japhletites, as far as the region of Lower Beth Horon, and on to Gezer, ending at the sea. So Manasseh and Ephraim, the descendants of Joseph, received their inheritance. This was the territory of Ephraim, clan by clan. The boundary of their inheritance went from Atoroth Ada in the east to Upper Beth Horon, and continued to the sea from Mikmethath. On the north, it curved eastward to Tanoth Shiloh, passing by it to Jonah. Make sure it says right, Jonah. On the east. Then it went down from Genoa to Atoloth, and Nolah, touched Jericho, and came out at the Jordan. From Tappuah, the border went west to the Cana ravine and ended at the sea. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the Ephraimites, clan by clan. It also included all the towers. Oh, shit, I misspoke. It's not towers, it's towns. I misspoke. Damn it, I had to reread it. It also included all the towns and their villages that were set aside for the Ephraimites within the inheritance of the Manassites. They did not dislodge the Canaanites living in Gezer. To this day, the Canaanites live among the people of Ephraim, but are required to do forced labor. This was the allotment for the tribe of Manasseh at Joseph's firstborn. That is for Machir, Manasseh's firstborn. Machir was the ancestor of the Gileadites, who had received Gilead and Bashan because the Machirites were great soldiers. So this allotment was for the rest of the people of Manasseh, the clans of Abiezer, Yerek, Israel. Make sure it says right. It is spelled A-S-R-I-E-L, Asriel. Second, Ephraim, and Shemediah. These are the other male descendants of Manasseh, son of Joseph, by their clans. Now, Zelophehad, son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, had no sons, but only daughters, whose names were Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. They went to Eliezer, the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the leaders, and said, "The Lord commanded Moses to give us an inheritance among our brothers." So Joshua gave them an inheritance along with the brothers of the father, according to the Lord's command. Manasseh's share consisted of 10 tracts of land besides Gilead and Bashan, east of the Jordan, because the daughters of the tribe of Manasseh received an inheritance among the sons. The land of Gilead belonged to the rest of the descendants of Manasseh. The territory of Manasseh extended from Asher to Mikmethath, east of Shechem. Hold on, make sure it says right. East of Shechem. This spelled is Hechem, Shechem. Shechem. Anyways, the boundary ran southward from there to include the people living in Tapor. Manasseh had the land of Tapor, but Tapor itself, on the boundary of Manasseh, belonged to the Ephraimites. Then the boundary continued south to the Canal ravine. There were towns belonging to Ephraim lying among the towns of Manasseh, but the boundary of Manasseh was the northern side of the ravine and ended at the sea. On the south, the land belonged to Ephraim. On the north, to Manasseh. The territory of Manasseh reached the sea and bordered Asher on the north, and Issachar on the east. Within Issachar and Asher, Manasseh also had Beth-shan, Iblim, and the people of Endor, Tanakh, and Megiddo, together with their surrounding settlements. The third in the list is Naphoth. Yet the Manassites were not able to occupy these towns, for the Canaanites were determined to live in that region. However, when the Israelites grew stronger, they subjected the Canaanites to forced labor, but did not drive them out completely. The people of Joseph said to Joshua, "Why have you given us only one allotment and one portion for an inheritance? We are a numerous people, and the Lord has blessed us abundantly." "If you are so numerous," Joshua answered, "and if the hill country of Ephraim is too small for you, go up into the forest and clear land for yourselves. They're in their land of the fucking can't speak. Perizzites. I'm trying to say Perizzites. Fucking hard to speak on that one. I have to reread it. Go up into the forest and clear land for yourselves. They're in the land of Perizzites. Fucking finally. Perizzites and Rephaites. The people of Joseph replied, "The hill country is not enough for us, and all the Canaanites who live in the plain have iron chariots, both those in Beth Shan and its settlements, and those in the valley of Jezreel." But Joshua said to the house of Joseph, to Ephraim and Manasseh, "You are numerous and very powerful. You will have not only one allotment, but the forested hill country as well. Clear it, and its farthest limits will be yours through the Canaanites have iron chariots, and through... wait. It's not through, it's though. Now to read shit. I had to read this one. But the forest hill country as well. Clear it, and its farthest limits will be yours. Though, I meant to say, but I accidentally say through twice and not realize it says though. Now to read this part. Though the Canaanites have iron chariots, and though they are strong, you can drive them out. Division of the rest of the land. The whole assembly of the Israelites gathered at Shiloh and set up the tent of meeting there. The country was brought under their control, but there were still 7 Israelite tribes who had not yet received their inheritance. So Joshua said to the Israelites, "How long will you wait before you begin to take possession of the land that the Lord, the God of your fathers, has given you? Appointed 3 men from each tribe. I will send them out to make a survey of the land and to write a description of it, according to the inheritance of each. Then they will return to me. You're to divide and the land into 7 parts. Judah is to remain in its territory on the south, and the house of Joseph in its territory on the north. After you have written descriptions of the 7 parts of the land, bring them here to me, and I will cast lots for you in the presence of the Lord our God. The Levites, however, do not get a portion among you, because the priestly service of the Lord is their inheritance, and Gad, Reuben, and the half-tribe of Manasseh has... hold on, make sure it says right. The half-tribe of Manasseh have I had to read this one, have already received their inheritance on the east side of the Jordan. Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave it to them. As the men started on their way to map out the land, Joshua instructed them, "Go and make a survey of the land and write a description of it. Then return to me, and I will cast lots for you here at Shiloh, in the presence of the Lord." So the men left and went through the land. They wrote its description on a scroll, town by town, in 7 parts, and returned to Joshua in the camp at Shiloh. Joshua then cast lots for them in Shiloh, in the presence of the Lord, and there he distributed the land to the Israelites according to their tribal division. To their tribal divisions. Can't fucking speak. To their tribal divisions. Allotment for Benjamin. The lot came up For the tribe of Benjamin, clan by clan, their allotted territory lay between the tribes of Judah and Joseph. On the north side, their boundary began at the Jordan, past the northern slope of Jericho, and headed west into the hill country, coming out at the desert of Beth Aven. From there it crossed to the south slope of Luz, that is Bethel, and went down to Ataroth Adar, on the hill south of Lower Beth Horon. From the hill facing Beth Horon on the south, the boundary turned south along the western side and came out at Kiriath Baal, that is Kiriath Jearim, a town of the people of Judah. This was the western side. The southern side began at the outskirts of Kiriath Jearim on the west, and the boundary came out at the spring of the waters of Neptoah. The boundary went down to the foot of the hill facing the valley of Ben Hinnom, north of the valley of Rephaim. It continued down the Hinnom Valley along the southern slope of the Jebusite city, and so to En Rogel. It then curved north, went to En Shemesh, continued to Gililoth, which faces the pass of Adummim, and ran down to the stone of Bohan. That's spelled Bohan, Bohan. The stone of Bohan, son of Reuben. It continued to the northern slope of Beth Araba, and on down into the Araba. It then went to the northern slope of Beth Hoglah, and came out at the northern bay of the Salt Sea. At the mouth of the Jordan in the south, this was the southern boundary. The Jordan formed the boundary on the eastern side. These were the boundaries that marked out the inheritance of the clans of Benjamin on all sides. The tribe of Benjamin, clan by clan, had the following cities: Jericho, Beth Hoglah, Emek, Keziz, Beth Araba, Semorim, Bethel, Avim, Parah, Ophrah, Kephar, Amani, Ophoni. I want to make sure it's Ophni. That's spelled O-P-H-I. Oh, damn it, I can't fucking speak. I had to re-say it. O-P-H-N-I. O-P-H-N-I. Ophni. I can't fucking speak. Anyways, Ophni and Geba. 12 towns and their villages: Gibeon, Ramal, Beroth, Espal, Githero, Mazah, Rechem, Upil, Toralah. That's spelled T-A-R-A-L-A-H. Toralah. Selah. H-A-E-L-E-B-H. Halef. The Jebusite city, that is Jerusalem. Gibeah and Kiriath. 14 towns and their villages. This was the inheritance of Benjamin for its clans. Allotment for Simeon. The second lot came out for the tribe of Simeon, clan by clan. Their inheritance lay within the territory of Judah. It included Beersheba, or Sheba, Balada, Hazar, Shul, Bala, Ezim, Itolad, Bethel, Hormah, I want to make sure this is right. Ziklag. It's spelled Ziklag. Ziklag. Beth, Markaboth, Hazar, Susa. It's spelled Susah. Susa. Oh wait, it's Hazar Susa. Alright. Beth, Leboth, and Sharuhin, 13 towns and their villages. Ain, Rimmon, Ether, and Ashan, 4 towns and their villages, and all the villages around these towns, as far as Balath, Bia, Ramah in the Negev. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the Simonites. Clan by clan. The inheritance of the Simonites was taken from the share of Judah, because Judah's portion was more than they needed. So the Simonites received their inheritance within the territory of Judah. Allotment for Zebulun. The third lot came up for Zebulun, clan by clan. The boundary of their inheritance went as far as Sarid. Going west, it ran to Marala. I can't fucking speak. Marala. That's about Marallah. Marala. Touched. Debit shit. I can't fucking. How do you pronounce this one? Debit shit. It's about Dabbesheth. Debit shit. And extended to the ravine near Jokneam. It turned east from Sarid toward the sunrise to the territory of Kisloth Tabor, and went on to Dabarath and up to Japhia. Then it continued eastward to Gath, Hephir, and Ith Kazim. It came out at Rimmon and turned toward Nia. There, the boundary went around on the north to Hanathon and ended at the valley of Iptah. That's spelled Iphtah. Iptah. L. Included were Katath, Nahala, Shimron, Adala, and Bethlehem. Oh wait, it's Bethlehem. I pronounced Bethlehem wrong. It's Bethlehem. Adullam and Bethlehem. There were 12 towns and their villages. These towns and their villages were the inheritance of Zebulun, clan by clan. Allotment for Issachar.
The fourth lot came out for Issachar, clan by clan. Their territory included Jezreel, Kisloth, Shunim, Aphalim, Shion, Anaharoth, Rebith, Kishon, Ibis, Lemeth, In, Ganim, In, Hadar, and Beth Bazaz, and Beth Shemesh, and ended at the Jordan. There were 16 towns and their villages. These towns and their villages were the inheritance of the tribe of Issachar, clan by clan. I'm going to pause right here on allotment for Asher. I'm going to find out, did you just flat out sun down here? It just fucking did. I know what is going on. I have a fucking weather mod. I forgot I had that bitch installed. It changes, like, seasons. It changes the day-night cycle. And I know there's a native bird here. But anyways, you can see stars. You can see a pitch darkness here. Rain, snow. Weather is included on this weather mod. It's a pretty damn cool mod. These are more immersive. What was I? Okay, I was right here. Allotment for Issachar. Here it is. Alright. Allotment for Issachar. The fourth lot came out for Issachar, clan by clan. Their territory included Jezreel, Kisloth, Shinun, Aphalim, Shion, Anaharoth, Rebith, Kishon, Ibis, Remeth, in Ganim, in Hadar, and Beth Bazaz. Oh wait, I already read this. Oh, fuck it. The boundary touched Tabor, Shahaz Zamal, and Beth Shemesh, and ended at the Jordan. There were 16 towns and their villages. These towns and the villages were the inheritance of the tribe of Issachar, clan by clan. Allotment for Asher. The fifth lot came out for the tribe of Asher, clan by clan. Their territory included Yakoth, Hali, Bitten, Aksaf, or I misspoke, Akshaf. Let's spell it Akshaph. Akshaf. Alam Melech, Ahmad, and Mishal. On the west, the boundary touched Carmel and Sheol, Lebnoth. It then turned east toward Beth Dagon, touched Zebulon, and the valley of Ephah Il, and went north to Beth Emek, and what? Neiel, Neil. Passing Kabul on the left, it went to Abdon, Rehob, Haman, and Cana, as far as Greater Sidon. This is Idon, Sidon, at Greater Sidon, Sidon, the Greater Sidon, the boundary then turned back toward Lamar and went to the fortified city of Tyre, turned toward Hosah, and came out at the sea in the region of Aksib. Cat, what are you up to? Try to pull wires down? You need to stop doing it, Cat. Yeah, for prayer, Cat. Ramon, Ifik, and Rehob. There were 22 towns and their villages. These towns and their villages were the inheritance of the tribe of Asher, clan by clan. I'm gonna pause on allotment for Naphtali. I'm gonna give him a cat. I don't want distractions or fuck up some midway. Come on, baby girl. Come on. Oh. Okay. Get my fat ass down. Allotment for Naphtali. The sixth lot came out for Naphtali clan by clan. Their boundary went from Eleph and the large tree in Zananim, passing Adami, Nekeb, and Jabneel to Lakum, and ending at the Jordan. The boundary ran west through as north, Tabor, and came out at Hukok. I should say sorry, Hukok. That's spelled Hukkok. Hukok. Or Hukok. Where the fuck's it pronounced? I'm just gonna call it Hukok. That's spelled Hukkok. Hukok. It touched Zebulun on the south, Asher on the west, and the Jordan on the east. The fortified cities were Siddim, Zir, Hamath, Rakath, Hinnerith, Adama, Ramah, Hazor, Kadesh, Idre, En Hazor, Arn, Megiddo-il, Holem, Beth, Anath, and Beth Shemesh. There were 19 towns and their villages. These towns and their villages were the inheritance of the tribe of Naphtali, clan by clan. Allotment for Dan. The seventh lot came out for the tribe of Dan, clan by clan. The territory the territory of their inheritance included Zorah, Ishtal, Shemesh, Shalabin, Arjalon, Ithla, Elon, Timnah, Ikron, Etike, Gibbethon, Balath, Jehud, Ben Berak, Gath, Rimmon. Gath Rimmon, Jarkon, and Rakon, with the area facing Joppa, but the Danites had difficulty taking possession of their territory, so they went up and attacked Leshim, took it, put it to the sword, and occupied it. They settled in Leshim and named it Dan, after their forefather. These towns and their villages were the inheritance of the tribe of Dan, clan by clan. Allotment for Joshua. When they had finished dividing the land into its allotted portions, the Israelites gave Joshua son of Nun an inheritance among them, as the Lord had commanded. They gave him the town he asked for, Timnath, Serah, in the hill country of Ephraim, and he built up. I had to say it was right there. I had to reread it. And he built up the town and settled there. These are the territories of Eleazar, the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the heads of the tribal clans of Israel, assigned by lot at Shiloh, in the presence of the Lord, at the entrance to the tent of meeting. And so they finished dividing the land. Cities of refuge. Then the Lord said to Joshua, "Tell the Israelites to designate the cities of refuge, as I instructed you through Moses, so that anyone who kills a person accidentally and unintentionally may flee there and find protection from the avenger of blood. When he flees to one of these cities, he is to stand in the entrance of the city gates and state his case before the elders of that city. Then they are to admit him under their city and give him a place to live with them. If the avenger of blood pursues him, they must not surrender the one accused, because he killed his neighbor unintentionally and without malice of forethought. He is to stay in that city until he has stood trial before the assembly, and until the death of the high priest who is serving at that time. Then he may go back to his own home in the town from which he fled. So they set apart Kadesh and Galilee, in the hill country of Naphtali, Shechem, in the hill country of Ephraim, and Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron. In the hill country of Judah, on the east side of the Jordan of Jericho, they designated Bezer, and the desert, on the plateau, in the tribe of Reuben, Ramoth, and Gilead, in the tribe of Gad, and Golan, in Bashan, in the tribe of Manasseh. Any of the Israelites or any alien living among them who killed someone accidentally could flee to these designated cities and not be killed by the avenger of blood prior to standing trial before the assembly. Towns for the Levites. Now the family heads of the Levites approached Eleazar the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the heads of the other tribal families of Israel at Shiloh in Canaan, and said to them, The Lord commanded through Moses that you give us towns to live in, with pasture lands for our livestock. So as the Lord had commanded, the Israelites gave the Israelites the following towns and pasture lands out of their own inheritance. The first lot came out for the Kohathites clan by clan. The Levites, who were descendants of Aaron, the priest, were allotted 13 towns from the tribes of Judah, Simeon, and Benjamin. The rest of Kohath's descendants were allotted 10 towns from the clans of the tribes of Ephraim, Dan, and half of Manasseh. The descendants of Gershon were allotted 13 towns from the clans of the tribes of Issachar, Asher, Naphtali, and the half-tribe of Manasseh in Bashan. The descendants of Arari, clan by clan, received 12 towns from the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and Zebulun. So the Israelites allotted to the Levites these towns and their pasture lands, as the Lord had commanded through Moses. From the tribes of Judah and Simeon, they allotted the following towns by name. These towns were assigned to the descendants of Aaron, who were from the Kohathite clans of the Levites, because the first lot fell to them. They gave them Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, with its surrounding pasture land. In the hill country of Judah, Arba was the forefather of Anak. But the fields and villages around the city they had given to Caleb, given to Caleb, son of Jephunneh, and his possession. So to the descendants of Aaron, the priest, they gave Hebron a city of refuge for one accused of murder, Libnah, Jachir, Ishtimor, Holon. I'm sure it says right. Holon. 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 Make sure it says right. Ishtimor, Holon, Debir, Ain, Tutah, and Beth Shemesh, together with their pasture lands. 9 towns from these 2 tribes, and from the tribe of Benjamin, They gave them Gibeon, Geba, Anathoth, and Almon, together with their pasture lands, 4 towns. All the towns for the priests, the descendants of Aaron, were 13 together with their pasture lands. The rest of the Kohathite clans of the Levites were allotted towns from the tribe of Ephraim. In the hill country of Ephraim, they were given Shechem, a city of refuge for one accused of murder, and Gezer, Gebzim, and Beth Horon, together with their pasture lands, 4 towns. Also from the tribe of Dan they received Yeteke, Gibbethon, Ajjalon, and Geth Rimmon, together with their pasture lands, 4 towns. From half the tribe of Manasseh they received Tanakh and Gath Rimmon, and make sure it says right, and Gath Rimmon, together with their pasture lands, 2 towns. All these 10 towns and their pasture lands were given to the rest of the Kohathite clans. The Levite clans of the Gershonites were given from the half-tribe of Manasseh, Golan and Bashan, a city of refuge for one accused of murder, and B. Ishtara, together with their pasture lands, 2 towns from the tribe of Issachar, Kishon, Dabarath, Jarmuth, and En Gunnim, together with their pasture lands, 4 towns from the tribe of Asher, Mishal, Abdon, Hirkoth, and Rehob, 2, together with their pasture lands, 4 towns from the tribe of Naphtali, which is right, from the tribe of Naphtali. Kadesh in Galilee, a city of refuge for one accused of murder, Hamath, Dor, and Kartan, together with their pasture lands, 3 towns. All the towns of the Gershonite clans were 13 together with their pasture lands. The Merari, make sure this is right. Merari, I can't fucking speak. The Merarite clans, fucking finally. The Merarite clans, the rest of the Levites were given from the tribe of Zebulun, Jokneam, Kartar, Dimnah, and Nahala. This spelled Nahal, Nahala, together with their pasture lands, 4 towns. From the tribe of Reuben, Bezir, Jahaz, Kindemoth, and Methoth, together with their pasture lands, 4 towns. From the tribe of Gad, Ramoth, and Galeed, a city of refuge for one accused of murder, Mahanaim, Heshbon, and Jazer, together with their pasture lands, 4 towns in all. All the towns allotted to the Merite clans, who were the rest of the Levites, were 12. The towns of the Levites in the territory held by the Israelites were 48 in all together, with their pasture land. Each of these towns had pasture land surrounding it. This was true for all these towns. So the Lord gave Israel all the land he had sworn to give their forefathers, and they took possession of it, and settled there. The Lord gave them rest on every side, just as he had sworn to their forefathers. Not one of their enemies withstood them. The Lord handed all their enemies over to them. Not one of all the Lord's good promises. Make sure it says right. Not one of all the Lord's good promises to the house of Israel failed. Every one was fulfilled. Eastern tribes return home. Then Joshua summoned the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh, and said to them, You have done all that Moses, the servant of the Lord, commanded, and you have obeyed me in everything I commanded for a long time now. To this very day you have not deserted your brothers, but have carried out the mission the Lord your God gave you. Now that the Lord your God has given your brothers rest as he promised, return to your homes in the land that Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave you on the other side of the Jordan. But be very careful to keep the commandment and the law that Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave you, to love the Lord your God, to walk in all its ways, to obey his commands, and to hold fast to him. There ain't no and, or I added and there automatically. Anyways, to hold fast to him, and to serve him with all your heart and all of your soul. Then Joshua blessed them and sent them away, and they went to their homes. To the half-tribe of Manasseh, Moses had given land in Bashan, and to the other half of the tribe Joshua gave land on the west side of the Jordan with their brothers. When Joshua sent them home, he blessed them, saying, Return to your homes with your great wealth, with large herds of livestock, with silver, gold, bronze, and iron, and a great quantity of clothing, and divide your brothers the plunder from your enemies. So the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh left the Israelites at Shiloh in Canaan to return to Gilead, their own land, which they had acquired in accordance with the command of the Lord through Moses. When they came to Geliloth, near the Jordan in the land of Canaan, the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh built an imposing altar there by the Jordan. And when the Israelites heard that they had built the altar on the border of Canaan at Geliloth, near the Jordan on the Israelite side, the whole assembly of Israel gathered at Shiloh to go to war against them. So the Israelites sent Phinehas, son of Eleazar, the priest, to the land of Gilead, to Reuben, Gad, and half-tribe of Manasseh with him. They sent 10 of the chief men, one for each of the tribes of Israel, each the head of a family division among the Israelite clans. When they went to Gilead, to Reuben, Gad, and the half-tribe of Manasseh, they said to them, "The whole assembly of the Lord says, how could you break faith with the God of Israel like this?" Anyways, how could you break faith with the God of Israel like this? How could you turn away from the Lord and build yourselves an altar in rebellion against him now? Was not the sin of Peor enough for us? Up to this very day we have not cleansed ourselves from that sin, even though a plague fell on the community of the Lord. And are you now turning away from the Lord? If you rebel against the Lord today, tomorrow he will be angry with the whole community of Israel. If the land you possess is defiled, come over to the Lord's land where the Lord's tabernacle stands, and share the land with us. But do not rebel against the Lord or against us by building an altar for yourselves, other than the altar of the Lord our God. When Achan, son of Zerah, acted unfaithfully regarding to devoted things, did not wrath come upon the whole community of Israel? He was not the only one who died for his sin. Then Reuben, Gad, and the half-tribe of Manasseh replied to the heads of the clans of Israel, "The mighty one, God, the Lord, the mighty one, God, the Lord, he knows, and let Israel know. If this has been in rebellion or disobedience to the Lord, do not spare us this day if we have built our own altar to turn away from the Lord and offer burnt offerings and grain offerings, or to sacrifice fellowship offerings on it. May the Lord himself call us to account." No, we did it for the... I had to read this one since I just messed up. No, we did it for fear that someday your descendants might say to ours, "What do you have to do with the Lord, the God of Israel? The Lord has made the Jordan a boundary between us and you. You Reubenites and Gadites, you have no share in the Lord, so your descendants might cause ours to stop fearing the Lord." That is why we said, "Let us get ready and build an altar but not for burnt offerings or sacrifices. On the contrary, it is to be witness between us and you, and the generations that follow, that we will worship the Lord at His sanctuary with our burnt offerings, sacrifice, and fellowship offerings. Then in the future, your descendants will not be able to say to ours, "You have no share in the Lord." And we said, if they ever say this to us or to our descendants, we will answer, "Look at the replica of the Lord's altar, which our fathers built, not for burnt offerings and sacrifices, but as a witness between us and you." Far be it from us to rebel against the Lord and turn away from Him today by building an altar for burnt offerings, grain offerings, and sacrifices other than the altar of the Lord our God that stands before His tabernacle, when Phinehas, the priest, and the leaders of the community, the heads of the clans of the Israelites, heard what Reuben, Gad, and Manasseh had to say. They were pleased, and Phinehas, son of Eleazar, the priest, said to Reuben, Gad, and Manasseh, "Today we know that the Lord is with us, because you have not acted unfaithfully toward the Lord in this matter. Now you have rescued the Israelites from the Lord's hand." Then Phinehas, I had to reread it now. Then Phinehas, son of Eleazar, the priest, and the leaders returned to Canaan from their meeting with the Reubenites and Gadites in Gilead, and reported to the Israelites. They were glad to hear the report and praised God, and they talked no more about going to war against them to devastate the country where the Reubenites and the Gadites live. And the Reubenites and Gadites gave the altar this name, a witness between us that the Lord is God. Joshua's farewell to the leaders. After a long time had passed, and the Lord had given Israel rest from all their enemies around them, Joshua, by then old and well advanced in years, summoned all Israel, their elders, leaders, judges, and officials, and said to them, "I am old and well advanced in years. You yourselves have seen everything the Lord your God has done to all these nations. For your sake, it was the Lord your God who fought for you. Remember how I have allotted as an inheritance for your tribes all the land of the nations that remain, the nations I conquered between the Jordan and the great sea in the west. The Lord your God Himself will drive them out of your way. He will push them out before you, and you will take possession of their land as the Lord your God promised you. Be very strong. Be careful to obey all that is written in the book of the law of Moses, without turning aside to the right or to the left. Do not associate with these nations that remain among you. Do not invoke the names of their gods or swear by them. You must not serve them or bow down to them, but you are to hold fast to the Lord your God, as you have until now. The Lord has driven out before you great and powerful nations. To this day, no one has been able to withstand you. One of you routs 1,000 because the Lord your God fights for you, just as he promised. So be very careful to love the Lord your God. But if you turn away and ally yourselves with the survivors of these nations that remain among you, and if you intermarry with them and associate with them, then you may be sure that the Lord your God will no longer drive out these nations before you. Instead, they will become snares and traps for you, whips on your backs, and thorns in your eyes, until you perish from this good land which the Lord your God has given you. Now I am about to go the way of all the earth. You know with all your heart and soul that not one of all the good promises of make sure this is right. And to reread, make sure I don't fuck up. Now I am about to go the way of all the earth. You know with all your heart and soul that not one of all the good promises the Lord your God gave you has failed. Every promise has been fulfilled. Not one has failed. But just as every good promise of the Lord your God has come true. So the Lord will bring on you all the evil he has threatened, until he has destroyed you from this good land he has given you. If you violate the covenant of the Lord your God, which he commanded you, and goes, make sure this is right, which he had commanded you. Damn it, I had to reread it. If you violate the covenant of the Lord your God, which he commanded you, and go and serve other gods, and bow down to them, the Lord's anger will burn against you, and you will quickly perish from the good land he has given you. The covenant renewed at Shechem. Then Joshua assembled all the tribes of Israel at Shechem. He summoned the elders, leaders, judges, and officials of Israel, and they presented themselves before God. Joshua said to all the people, "This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. Long ago, your forefathers, including Terah, the father of Abraham. Abraham. I had to reread this one. Including Terah, the father of Abraham, and Nahor, lived beyond the river and worshipped other gods. But I took your father, Abraham, from the land beyond the river, and led him throughout Canaan, and gave him many descendants. I gave him Isaac, and to Isaac I gave Jacob and Esau. I assigned the hill country of Seir to Esau, but Jacob and his sons went down to Egypt. Then I sent Moses and Aaron, and I afflicted the Egyptians by what I did there, and I brought you out. When I brought your fathers out of Egypt, you came to the sea, and the Egyptians pursued them with chariots and horsemen as far as the Red Sea. But they cried to their Lord. Make sure this is right. But they cried to the Lord for help, and he put darkness between you and the Egyptians. He brought the sea over them and covered them. You saw with your own eyes what I did to the Egyptians. Then you lived in the desert for a long time. I brought you to the land of the Amorites, who lived east of the Jordan. They fought against you, but I gave them into your hands. I destroyed them from before you, and you took possession of their land. When Balak, son of Zippor, the king of Moab, prepared to fight against Israel, he sent for Balaam, son of Beor, to put a curse on you. But I would not listen to Balaam, so he blessed you again and again. And I delivered you out of his hands. Then you crossed the Jordan and came to Jericho. The citizens of Jericho fought against you, as did also the Amorites, Perizzites, Canaanites, Hittites, Girgashites, Hivites, and Jebusites. But I gave them into your hands. I sent the hornet ahead of you, which drove them out before you. Also, the two Amorite kings, you did not do it. Which is right, you did not do it with your own sword and bow. So I gave you a land on which you did not toil, and cities you did not build, and you live in them, and eat from vineyards and olive groves that you did not plant. Now fear the Lord and serve him Now fear the Lord and serve him with all faithfulness. Throw away the gods your forefathers worshipped beyond the river and in Egypt, and serve the Lord. But if serving the Lord seems undesirable to you, then choose for yourselves this day whom you will serve, whether the gods your forefathers served beyond the river, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land you are living. But as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. Then the people answered, Far be it from us to forsake the Lord, to serve other gods. It was the Lord our God himself who brought us and our fathers up out of Egypt. from that land of slavery, and performed those great signs before our eyes. He protected us on our entire journey, and among all the nations through which we traveled, and the Lord drove out before us all the nations, including the Amorites, who lived in the land. We too will serve the Lord, because He is our God. Joshua said to the people, "You are not able to serve the Lord. He is a holy God. He is a jealous God. He will not forgive your rebellion and your sins. If you forsake the Lord and serve foreign gods, He will turn and bring disaster on you and make an end of you, after He has been good to you." But the people said to Joshua, "No, we will serve the Lord." Then Joshua said, "You are witnesses against yourselves that you have chosen to serve the Lord." "Yes, we are witnesses," they replied. "Now then," said Joshua, "throw away the foreign gods that are among you, and yield your hearts to the Lord, the God of Israel." Also known as Israel. God of Israel. And the people said to Joshua, "We will serve the Lord our God and obey Him." On that day Joshua made a covenant for the people, and there at Shechem he drew up for them decrees and laws, and Joshua recorded these things in the book of the law of God. Then he took a large stone and set it up there under the oak near the holy place of the Lord. "See," he said to all the people, "this stone will be a witness against us. It has heard all the words the Lord has said to us. It will be a witness against you. If you are untrue to your God, buried in the promised land." Then Joshua sent the people away, to each to his own inheritance. After these things, Joshua son of Nun, the servant of the Lord, died at the age of 110, and they buried him in the land of his inheritance, at Timnath Serah, in the hill country of Ephraim, north of Mount Gash. Israel served the Lord throughout the lifetime of Joshua and of the elders who outlived him, and who had experienced everything the Lord had done for Israel. And Joseph's bones, which the Israelites had brought up from Egypt, were buried at Shechem, in the tract of land that Jacob brought for 100 pieces of silver from the sons of Hamor, the father of Shechem. This became the inheritance of Joseph's descendants. And Eleazar, son of Aaron, died and was buried at Gibeah, which had been allotted to his son Phinehas in the hill country of Ephraim. Alright, that's it for Joshua. Alright, I'm gonna do the next. I'm gonna be doing the next chapter on the Septuagint with Apocrypha, wherever that next chapter may be. After that, then we'll get back to the International Holy Bible on Page 133, Judges 1 verses 28, which is Judges. On the stream, after I finished reading the chapter of the Septuagint of Apocrypha, on next time. Alright. I believe that is it for the stream. The rest is just me fucking around on this map. That's it. Alright, cars. This is H car. Look, is this cars? This section. Click for these. Or look through here. Wonder what vehicle could work on this map. Ooh, maybe Mercedes. Maybe this one? Hey, one spawned. Hey, look at the details in this shit. Yeah, fucking detailed and accurate. Who here ever drove a fucking Mercedes in the 1940s, like Germany, with a modern tech? Version of the civilians and soldiers are looking at you like you're from the fucking future. Looking at it like it's a weird UFO, like fucking Ford printed factory shit just pop out of nowhere. Like, what the fuck is that? What kind of car is that? Ooh, wrong turn. Military point. Nothing like driving a Volkswagen.
Alright, there's a... Hold on, what's this location? Okay, so this vehicle is pretty much a van. Ah. So what is this location? Wonder in-game server was supposed to be. Like, what function ID is this spot? I want to check out other Volkswagen vehicles. Let's see, there's this one. Straight up fucking van. Oh, great. It's Herbert the Pervert driving this vehicle. This is free candy on it. Get the fuck away from him, kids. His ass should have been shot long ago. How come this way ain't spawning? Damn, so... Oh, am I stuck or something? Is me in this buggy? So this one's not working, but these three are. Alright. What else? What else I got in my collection that could pop in? Ooh, this might be accurate. I just need to find the right one. Ah, here's one. Perfect! This especially the time era. Ooh, smooth. And I can go off road with this bitch. That'd be amazing if they, like, one of the German makers that made this vehicle particularly, they should, like, remake it and just advertise it for those who want to go off-roading for campers. Like, look at this shit. Look how fucking handy this is. This thing is on the... This even has, like, a, what, one tire? Dude, like, anything? But look at this. It has traction on this bitch. And look, you can haul shit with this thing. You can haul, like, camping equipment on back there, strap this shit down, and you just go fucking dirt biking to the next level. And look how fast I can go with this thing on a dirt road. And it's super stable when driving. This is pretty cool. I found a fucking shack out of nowhere. What the fuck? What's in the shack? What's in the shack? Ding 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 ding. That's what's in the shack. Ooh, I had to do a sharp turn. Oh shit, I had to do a full turnaround. This shit is going straight to the water. Don't want that to happen. Shit. Look at this shit. I can get unstuck in this situation. Oh, wait. Here it comes. One curve move and boom. I can still move forward. No! Apparently my equipment has gotten too heavy. My fat ass is now getting in the water. No! I'm fucking sliding down. That ain't good. Come on, climb, bitch, climb! You got fucking treads, climb! Ah, shit. Oh fuck! I got a boat. Perfect. There's the hospital. There's the church. This is a huge ass fucking map, and it is pretty damn cool how accurate this way it can be. I will give full credit to the map maker and how attention to detail it is. You know, it's so much potential more than like it has potential to be more than like it's obvious that it does like reenactments shit going on. There's a dedicated server for that, but I see a potential future with this map more than reenactment. You can do like other replays, like example like survival, like zombies, like imagine if like you're in a world of like Call of Duty and these fucking Nazi zombies pop out of nowhere and fucking like cause a fucking Rectoff and shit. Or you know, taking a roleplay is like during like a aftermath of apocalyptic shit when it's still a war, but the war go on and say the remaining of like Nazis in certain parts of Germany, that there's all areas in ruins, and you just explore just like dead like area and shit until you see some like cryptic creatures and shit start popping up, and you just be in a town and parts of the building for survival. There's potential like a lot of potential. Even you can play Slender Man in this map, it'd be perfect. Alright, time to park this bitch in the garage. Shit. Actually got in range of a fucking log. I might actually come back to this map on a few more streams. Mainly to just go to the church and do what I just did earlier, just reading both the Apocrypha and International to finish both books occasional times. That means I might come back on this Garry's Mod for this like map, mainly for the church, or other maps that had included churches in there, or certain maps, or in Fallout 4 as well to continue as well. So be aware on random streams on Sundays. Yeah. But let's what else I can pop in on, what other vehicles I can try. Wait a minute, I can drive a fucking tractor? What? Oh my god, I actually can. Nothing like going fucking full redneck in a damn European country. With a fucking damn tractor in the city. EIO, bitch, I'm heading out. Here's a shooting range within a military area. And there's a fitness going on for soldiers in the area. Fuck, is it blocking my way? Right, I need enough boost. Fuck it. Deep in the black forest of Deutschland, you might encounter the Slender Man. Run, run with the pages you collected, and you do not get collected enough. Slender Man will shove a tentacle up your fucking ass and make you look like a damn puppet. Ah, there's the mine. This leads to here. And if we clip out. Ah, there's a well. Well, well, well. Alright, what vehicle should I go for next? Ching 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 ching. Ching 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 ching, I'm riding a bicycle, bitch! I'm pedaling my ass off! I'm pedaling the fucking bicycle to a fucking manage to get to town. I am pedaling as fast as I can. You can hear the pitter-patter of my feet on the floor, simulating the pedaling of the bike. Just fucking retarded sounds in the background. Just pedaling my feet, pedaling the bike fast as I can. I must get fast. Now I'm doing it in circles. This is retarded shit I've ever done. Ah! Volkswagen. The bus. And it's detailed too. Oh yeah.
I just noticed the fucking dash door, like dash of this thing. 42018 on this damn thing.
Look at the fucking speedometer. As I go forward, you can see the fucking 420 in there. literally says 42018 on the fucking dash. You know this is a stoner bus. I'm gonna do a full round circle on this bitch. I'm gonna start from like sideways till all the way to this gate right here. So I'm gonna do a full lap going on before I end this damn stream. Shit. Looks like I missed a major turn somewhere about. So on the right is a turn I need to turn. There it is. Road ends on this spot. I need to turn around. I'm curious what's inside the dam. Alright, if you're stuck in the railroad tracks, what do you do to get out of the situation? The best way in the Garry's mod is this. But in real life, you need tools and help with others, otherwise your ass oh fucking hell. Alright, so apparently there's a way to there. Bring this bitch back and put it back on the road where it was at before I got on the tracks. Here comes the finish line! Made through the finish line. Now time to find a park. Now time to find a spot to park this bitch. See garage. This looks like a spot I could park, but I need to figure out is accessible. It looks like it's accessible. Just need to find a way to open garage door. Shit. There's gotta be a way to get to the garage door. Not it. Might be the back way. There it is. There's a parking spot. Alright. Maybe I should drive forward a bit. Perfect. Well, it's parked. And that's the end of the stream. Alright, subscribe for more, turn on notifications, leave a like and all that shit, and see you next stream, wherever the fuck it is, or day it may be. I know Sundays are solid because I'm doing the reading, but since that shit is random on streams. But other that shit, leave a like, subscribe for more, all of that shit requirements of YouTube. Later. Alright, it's 2 hours, 24 minutes, and